Hello, my name is Eunice. I'm in the 3rd grade of Unjeong Middle School. Today, I want to take time to talk about hidden figures. The author of this book is Margaret Lee Shetterly. Her father worked at NASA's Langley Research Center, so naturally she had grown seeing African American families who are related to NASA. By writing Hidden Figures, she received mathematical honors and Anisfield Wolf Book Award. Moreover, it ranked number 1 on the New York Times nonfiction bestsellers list in 2017. To begin with, I'd like to give you a brief summary of this book. The protagonists of the book are 4 African Americans: Dorothy Vaughan, Katherine Johnson, Mary Jackson, and Kristen Darden. In 1900s, racism and sexism had placed strongly in the U.S. However, during the World War II, with the serious lack of labor, women started to get opportunities to work and to have jobs. The Langley Research Center wasn't the exception. It also started to hire women, so Dorothy Vaughan applied as a human computer. Here, computer doesn't mean an electronic device that you use nowadays, but refers to a person who did numbers when there was no machine to use to make calculations. Dorothy Vaughan was a valedictorian in her high school and received full scholarship from her university. It shows she was an extraordinary student and reasonable to be hired by the center. She was the first of the 4 to join there. Katherine Johnson was also an outstanding woman. She entered college when she was 15 years old and joined high-level math class, which was taught by her mentor. Later, she was recruited in the LARC as a computer, and she eventually worked there as an engineer. Almost at the end of the book, she became the author of a research paper as the first female engineer at NASA. Mary Jackson and Kristen Darden were also great women, though I wouldn't talk about them in detail. The most impressive character in the book for me was Miriam. She wasn't a main character, but appeared in the early beginning of this book. She removed cardboard signs that read "colored computers" in the cafeteria at LARC. Her husband was worried if she would get fired from her workplace, but she kept the act, and finally the cardboards were disappeared one day. From this scene, I realized that if I keep working at something for a long time, it'll eventually pay off. Lastly, I want to point that this book contains a lot of historical backgrounds of the 1900s US and aeronautical knowledges. While reading this book, you'd naturally receive enlightenments of the era. If you only like dramatic storylines, this book might feel boring. But if you're looking to learn something while reading, you'd appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my book report.